phone's going insane with temperance remain. That's me. Good morning. I don't know what that was. Flashing king signs. Okay, so how's everybody doing? I'm doing well, thanks. So it's 5:09 in the morning, Monday morning, and it's kind of interesting day yesterday. Whatever. The energies kind of went for me into a kind of a holding pattern. Felt like. How was it for you guys? About the same? Comment in the down below and let me know. I'd be interested to know. We're at half of the half after the full. We have a half to go till the new, and this is where we start manifesting, creating. Now that we've released, now we're going to start bringing in. So it's like the gearing up for that. So start thinking about what you want to invite in, and you can do your letters to heaven, burnt offering prayers, or just set note. You can write it out, sticky notes. That just came to my recall that. Here we go with this silly hat again. I like my hat. Anyway, when I first, this is 2019-ish, and had lost pretty much everything material, which was okay. Had to happen. I kind of felt like that's what had to happen, so I willingly released everything. Just let it go. I don't argue. I like to be in the river going like this. Getting pulled under and drowned, I don't like that. I have a thing with water in my ears and my nose. Maybe I got dunked too much when I was a kid in the pool. But anyway, one of the first things that they brought to my attention was the "you are worthy" exercise. It's about that retraining the brain and how it thinks. It's affirmations. Write them out. Tell yourself all the things you want to be, you feel you are, or you're striving for. Write those out. I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I am respected. I am respectful. I am respectable. And just as many as you can come up with about yourself. The affirmation lists are really important. And but she also said to, with lipstick for females or males, whatever, I'm not judging. Or sticky notes or something. I am worthy. Like, especially like on the mirror where you start your day. I am worthy. And the more you can see that and say it, think it, as you see it, you read it. So that reinforces it. Saying it out loud helps. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy, because you are. You are worthy. The 3D, not undivine matrix, wants you to believe you're not. They want us each to believe individually that we're not worth it. And that's why some throw fits, because they're entitled. They still don't feel that they're worthy. And that's why they're fighting so hard for other people to affirm and confirm that for them, because they don't feel it inside themselves. root issues, people. And it's not our fault. We've been programmed. But now that we know, it's our responsibility to unprogram ourselves. Okay? Let's get started, shall we? Yes, let's. Already took a drive. That's how I know about the moon, because I saw it clear as day. Clear as a moon in the night sky. It's not quite light out, obviously. Okay. Come on, gang, 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 gang. It's your message. What would you like to say today? I invite all my gang, gang, 5D and above, my ancestors, my dad, my Tio. I got a wink and a nod from the universe that they're here with me all the time now. Makes me feel really special and loved, because I held them in such high regard. I really liked my childhood on the ranch, and being a Daddy O's daughter. I did. And my mom too. Shout out, Mom. My mom was is an extraordinary person, and an extraordinary female. Cracked ceilings with her head in corporate America. Very proud of her. I am. I love you, Mom. Okay, so that being said, I worked really hard on forgiving people that I love so much, that I felt injured by. And I feel like that is why I can wake up in a good mood, because I've done the work. I don't hold a grudge, and I'm healed. And I don't need them to heal me. I mean, if we can take away our cord of unforgiveness, whether they're through the veil or still feet on the ground, so the weight off your shoulders, okay? Just the weight of the world, because that's oppressive. Those are oppressive emotions, and usually to some extent justified, or to full extent justified. But then we're responsible for how we react. We just are. After someone's hurt us, it's our responsibility to choose how we deal with it. Okay? So let's get started, shall we? Yes, let's. Hey guys, message. Okay. With 7. Try that again. There we go. I'm short. I have 3 3/4 since 8th grade. I always throw the 3/4 on there, but it's not quite an inch, so I can't really say 5/4. Those. And cosmic. The cosmic journey. So that bonus reading yesterday was yeah, it cut off right at the last card, and so I didn't add anything else. I mean, when perfect timing happens. Now, Archangel Power Tarot. Gang, gang. have to quit wearing jackets in the morning. It's starting to heat up. But, jeez. Okay. Let's see. Love this jacket. Oops. Okay. I'm a patriotic kind of girl. I am. Always have been. I believe in this country. I believe in the people. I believe that God founded this country, Mother, Father, God, okay? And I believe in the Constitution. I'm a constitutionalist, okay? So, shout out to Christine up in Phoenix. Solve the problem of America by taking everything back to the Constitution. Child abduction again. Damn it. Taking everything back to the Constitution. Unrolling all of those amendments. Because now we agree that all humans are created equal under God with the inalienable rights given to us by the Creator, not by men, which is how the founders saw it. And we get to defend against tyranny, and it's we the people, and they don't get to mess with our we the people status. And that's where you start. That being said, I'm going to quit being political right now. It's not even political because that's not how we're doing it, and I'm not choosing a side. Because, okay, you need to be quiet. Where is it? It didn't even show up. Okay, well. Amber Alert in Marcus, Texas. Marcus, Texas. Anyway, but that's okay. So, oh yes. Don't forget. It's not even on there. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Really looks. My goodness. Okay. It's gonna be one of them days. Okay, I gotcha. Jeweled web connectivity. Oh, it's a 32, so you understand that is 5 is change, right? Right. Okay. Jeweled web connectivity, no separation, the feeling state. Approaching any oracle requires you to come in with certain expectations. You're either looking for confirmation of what you already know or attempting to shed light on what eludes you on the obvious path you're on. You're asking whether you will reach a desired goal of some kind. You're rarely able to see beyond memory or projection. And so, naturally, everyone comes to the oracle with a narrow perception of what's possible. A narrow perception, okay? Imagine that the answer to your question is not about landing at a particular destination, meeting a goal, connecting to a special lover, reaching an end game, or experiencing anything specific. Instead, you discover a shimmering web of jewels that you did not know existed. The jewels came up in the bonus reading, didn't they? The world is interconnected in a living web of energy. It isn't possible to know how any of it works, but know this: what is in your highest good is a sparkling jewel that lights up for you among this web of possibilities. They are so good at this. Previous videos, okay? Especially the oracle messages. I've got them in a playlist, by the way, that are in order starting at the beginning. You just want to listen to those and see how they line up together. It's possible now. You're welcome. Sparkling jewel that lights up for you among this web of possibilities. You just need to know how you want to feel and choose this consciously. That's the law of attraction. Previous videos, okay. Abraham Hicks. It's about feeling like you've already got what you're trying to manifest, okay, or co-create. You've got to feel the emotion and then release it, because you don't want to cancel it by focusing on so much that you focus on not having it, which is lack, which will set you back. It just does. If you focus on the lack, that's what you're going to get. Okay, moving on. Take your focus off getting anywhere. Practice feeling and being in a place where your desired experience has already come to pass. Just said that. Abraham Hicks is really good at, if you just keep listening to the messages, it starts cementing in your subconscious, and then you reprogram your mind, and it just starts to manifest. It starts to be part of how you think. But you've gotta. This is a conscious reprogramming. So that means, like, I walk around with my headphones with Abraham Hicks or whoever gang was dropping in front of me to reprogram where I was at with what I needed to be where I wanted to be at, or where I was destined to be at. Okay. Then, just no TV. Turning off the TV is the first step. Even if it's just noise, white noise, because it's programming, it's subliminal, and it takes the space of when you could be actually putting projective stuff. Subliminal learning is a real thing. Our brains are very powerful, and we're trying to break through the veil from the undivine matrix to the divine matrix within our minds. Who will you be when this is true for you? Can you be that now? Feel that now. Practice that. The better you know your path within this web of life, the more it will light up for you. It is celebrating you already. Rewind the video and listen to it again, until it kind of, because I'm moving on now. They're so good at this. Five. Pink moon. Super full. Okay. And I just said we're going towards the new moon, which is after the release. what we want to bring in for our new beginning. 5, which is change. Isn't that gorgeous? My goodness, they're so good at this. Moon Maiden, new ideas, beginning, and curiosity. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you have been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it's time to come forward in full splendor. So that's again. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it's time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first. Announce the new you to yourself first. Exclamation point. Reveal it slowly to the world, like the waxing moon. Announce the new you. Oh, I just did that. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. I remember when my emotional state of mind and my mental state of mind and my physical state of mind kind of grew up a little the next level. I was like, look at me, look at me. It feels, it's like, I'm adulting today. Look at me. I was more mature at 16 than I was at 30. It seemed that way anyway. Of course, I kind of did things flip-floppy. I get younger as I get older. I am Benjamin of Buttons. I was way too serious, way too perfect child syndrome in my teens, trying to compensate for what I'd already been challenged with as far as loss and things, the situations that had made me so angry. I just overcompensated with perfectionism, and I learned perfectionism is kind of it's a prideful, egotistical point of view and stance. A friend of mine called me out on it during a conversation with another friend of ours one day. And I realized that the way he said it, that my heart was to help, but my words were sharp and they were hurtful, even though that wasn't my heart. They were. And I was coming from a point of chastising, and I was even the youngest one in the room. So that's when I started my inflection. I needed to change my environment, and that meant I had to change how I perceived what was coming in from my environment. Okay, that's a previous video. Let's keep moving. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this so? Oh, why do you believe this is so? Why do you believe this is so? Why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Self-love boundaries. Our country, perimeters. Toxic people, toxicity can only come through if we allow it. And say, that's okay, have fun, but I'm going to go play. I'm going to go have my day. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Bye. Kick rocks. Because we're citizens, global citizens, and galactic citizens. And it's time we acted as such. But it starts here. In our environment and our environment. Previous videos. Become an unpredictable being, yet become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property unless you give the keys of your kingdom away. Then you can just change the locks on your door so those keys don't work anymore. The castle. We're the king and the queen. We're the emperor and the empress of our castles in our country. And then our country expands by service to others. Just saying. Previous videos. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you, in a relationship or a job, want to capture your light inside of a bottle. Their bottle. For their use and abuse. And if our soul is being used and abused, then that's violence. Because it's emotional, it's mental, it's physical. Environmental abuse. So if you're letting the abuse through your perimeter, that's on you. Nobody else is responsible for your perimeter. And you are not responsible for anybody else's perimeter. And you cannot weed another person's garden, so just weed your own. Make sure you're going for the roots. Previous videos. Okay. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or a job want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. You do. You are worthy. You are capable. Write your affirmations, okay? They're important. To reprogramming. We really haven't gone there, but you can Google online on how affirmations and why they're important. Even though I've already told you. I told you how to do it just at the beginning of this video. And there's lots of exercises out there. Because it's one of the main issues in society is low self-esteem. That we've allowed other people to, tap in and suck us dry, those energy vampires, previous videos, okay? They only can take what we give them. They have no permission to step anywhere on our turf without permission. And you can rescind the permission at any time. It's in our DNA. It's in our creation, our creational DNA, free will. That's why it's so important for them to have taken away our free will or to cuckold it to their agenda, okay? And that's what we're fighting against. And it's important we do the work. The time is now. Maybe time has come today. In the 60s. Listen to it. Time has come today. Time. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. Wow. It's a keyhole to the universe, to dimensions, to galactic shit. To galactic shit we don't know. And it's a 7, of course. Of course it is. Highly spiritual number. Google it. Meaning of 7, numerology. You can do that with all the numbers that I say to you guys, okay? I'm going to start studying. I have a course, I just haven't, like, applied myself in a while for numerology. So I'll be good. I'll be better at it soon. Until then, you can Google just as easy as I can. 34. Opening to discovery. Key concepts. The small bits of data you called. Oh, sorry. The small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas. The transfer of vital information via the universe, always speaking to you. The need to integrate information and be discerning about what you expose yourself to. Ooh. We tune into information from our outer environment. We tune into information from our outer environment, then assign meaning to it within our psyches. Every day, however, the amount of data we sort through exceeds what we're capable of processing, especially since the advent of the internet. We have been bombarded with more than we could ever hope to absorb. Therefore, it's important to be mindful of what we expose ourselves to. We're responsible. I just said that. They're so good at this. Just confirmation. Anyway, it's not my message. Capable of processing, especially since the advent of the internet. We have been bombarded with more than we could ever hope to absorb. Therefore, it's important to be mindful of what we expose ourselves to. Consistent exposure to unhealthy messaging invites us into a cynical, fear based worldview. Turn off the TV. Just turn it off. I don't even listen to the flippin' radio. I, I listen to stuff like this or whatever gang drops to my attention. They bring it to your attention. If you're paying attention, you'll see what they're bringing to your attention repeatedly. Syncs, numbers. The angel numbers can be found when you see them repeating through the day, like the same one, or something goes like off a page or a billboard or a license plate, and it's look it up, meaning of angel number da da da, and the answer that you need if you start using your discernment. Discernment and intuition are your best tools in your belt right now. So working on developing and exercising those because they need to be exercised and tested so you can tell what discernment feels like and how it's different to intuition within yourself, how it triggers within yourself, what the little niggle feels like. fear-based worldview. On the other hand, conscious exposure to information supporting our well-being shifts us forward. On the other hand, conscious exposure to information supporting our well-being shifts us toward growth and expansion. I just said that. Gang, gang. The choice, though, is not always obviously ours, which is why we must be discerning on a daily basis. The universe is always engaging us. We are part of it, after all. Through synchronistic, through synchronicity, omens, and other signs that point toward our best path. Our intuition helps us to tune in and see our environment like an oracle. You're your own oracle. I mean, I'm an oracle. I'm a channeler, but I still pay attention to other channelers that have messages just for me as they drop them in front of me. I don't do it as much as I used to. I don't need to, but they do. They they still drop messages to confirm what I'm starting to feel, what my intuition is kind of, unveiling, which path's being lit up from my best and greatest path for the highest good of all. Because I ask for it. I ask for it. So they bring it to me. It's that simple. So ask for help, gang, 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 gang. Our angels with swords, they want to help. They can't come unless you ask. So ask. Ask and keep asking. It works if you work it. But we must be discerning on a daily basis. The universe is always engaging us. We are part of it, after all, through synchronicity, omens, and other signs that point us towards our best path. Our intuition helps us tune in and see our environment like an oracle. However, this new information doesn't always make sense right away, so being curious and non-resistant is key to learning. You have to ask and then be willing to receive the message. You have to be open to it, and it has to be exercised. You have to get strong at it. It's just a muscle that's been dormant, especially with the decalcification. As you start decalcifying, and as your chakras start lighting up, chakra, 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 pull. That's a Kundalini awakening. That's what chakra, chakra, chakra. But you have to align you have to heal and align your chakras one at a time. I've told you. The grounding video, really an important one to revisit, to ground out. I mean, you can feel when you're like, not quite tuned in, like a radio with a little bit of static. That's your sign that you're out of alignment somehow. If you can feel like something pushing at you, like your energetic field, your force field around you, especially as you start ascending, you can feel grounding out, getting rid of the negative, so that stuff has no foothold from within your environment to anchor into, pickaxe into, and tether. Or, they're really good at this. Breathe that in. 'Cause you don't just cut your cords once. Some keep because we allow it. But it takes a while to start being able to immediately identify the triggers and the people, especially when we care about them so much. Trust me, I get it. Go for the root. Because once you get attached to them, it means you actually love them better. So it's worth the work. You can love them better once you detach. Cut the cord. just works out that way. It just does. Okay, here we go. There we go. Non-resistant is being curious and non-resistant is key to learning. Today, be open to receiving important information that may come from an unusual source. Okay, I said today. So whenever you're watching this video, today, that day, not today not the day I'm recording it. It's being brought to you in its perfect time and space for your perfect time and space in the manner I was just speaking of for you. That's why oracle messages are always timeless. Okay? Actually, any of these titles are timeless. They're all timeless. They're not a message for the day. They're a message for that issue, but it's a walk. You know already. Why am I bothering to explain? You guys are smart. You got your intuition. You're lit up. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Your way showers. Your star seeds. You're getting ready for mission. You don't have. I don't mean to talk down to you if you already know this stuff. Some people don't. Some people are here to learn it. So don't be offended if I'm saying stuff you know. This will be a this is a collective series of information for whatever soul needs it as they're rising, ascending, and ready to do the work. Okay, moving on. Today, be open to receiving important information that may come from an unusual source. The universe wants to help you, but recognizing the way this aid will arrive depends on your willingness to shut out superfluous noise. Superfluous. Super, F-L-U-O-U-S. Yep. Noise. Maybe you need to take a break from social media gossip or the news. Social media, gossip, or the news. Easy ways in for negative people who are trying to extract light. Don't let yourself get distracted. Listen without attachment. And see what arises in your life. Expect a message from the universe, and you shall have it. You shall expect a message from the universe, and you shall have it. They just wait for you to invite them in. I promise that. I promise. I promise that's true. They're waiting on you. They're waiting on you. And you, and you, and you, and you. I wake up saying, "Good morning, lights." Hi, Tracy. And I wait. I wait. I try not to turn on my. I try to tune in first. Tune in, tap in, turn on, without um, um, external ways for them to speak to me, like cards or videos, or because I've been reprogramming myself consciously for a long time. So, and that's how I did it. First thing, I would I wait for my messages. I still listen to my messages. They're still dropping them for me, but I wait and I allow it to kind of gears to start working. Not too fast because that's when your conscious mind starts going in and you're blocking them from the environmental um, distractors and stuff, energy, yada 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 yada, and So I kind of ease up in there, and it's not that hard to engage. It takes practice. It does. It takes practice. Polish your, oh, we've had this before. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. 3s, 7s, 11s are very popular on this channel lately. That's a 21. Oh, that's for the year. I said that last time. Okay, polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Everything you see around you is perfect reflection of where you are on your path. Yes, everything. Our material universe is designed to be a symbolic likeness of what is created on a spiritual plane. Your relationships are a way to see into this mirror. Think of your relationships you cherish and characteristics you adore in certain people, such as your heroes and mentors. The good news is that these same aspects are in you as your golden shadow. The reverse of this is also true. The most difficult aspects of certain people are the aspects of yourself that you haven't embraced or seen fully. Mirrors, egos, and triggers. This card calls for you to become more honest for your actions and words to always reflect your true self. Mean what you say. Say what you mean. That's how you crack the mask. Wearing of the masks. Previous video, okay? For your actions and words to always reflect your true self. By doing so, you become more of a clear mirror, and your relationships will reflect even more peace, joy, and contentment. So the only way to overcome the darkness is by adding light. The only way to overcome the light is to extract it. Don't forget, negative energy is passive. Light is energetic. Darkness just kind of lays there and uses outside sources to suck the light out of any situation, soul, experience, or interaction. Don't engage. Make sure there's always a third party. That worked for me. I I I wouldn't engage with some of the people at the most static interaction, most clashing, points in my life when I'm trying to climb up and they're, insisting on tapping me back in. I wouldn't go see some people without a chaperone. I wouldn't do it. I did one time, and that's how I ended up in jail because I didn't have witnesses. There's more to that story. Not now. They said yes, but pay attention to that message. Take it to heart. Never alone. Never alone. Record every phone call. Do it on speakerphone in front of somebody else. Text messages. Copy, save, screenshot, screenshot. Those are admissible in court. They're admissible in court, okay? I don't know why I'm saying this. Their message, not my message. They're showing me my experience and how they led me through it. So somebody else must also need to know this. Never alone. Never a one-on-one. Ever. I don't care if you're recording it. Never unchaperoned. Don't do it. And protect yourself, they said. grounding out. Palo Santo, sage, prayers of protection, the burnt offering prayers, and anything 3D that you need to arm yourself with, legally or whatever. Not okay. No weapons. Don't take weapons and be tempted to. That's what they want. They want you to nefarious means, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Okay. Anything else? Believe that you have gang, angels with swords, and they're not going to let you get hurt. Trust, believe, have faith. But you're responsible for your reactions in your environment and your environment. You've got this. You just got to do it. You just got to walk it out, whoever you are. I did it. I mean, I have a certain niche of collective that's going to come to this video because of my past experiences and what they walk through that's similar to me. Not everybody goes through this. This is not going to be a 100,000 people like that. It's not. This is a specialized walk. It's Navy SEALs. Hi, Navy SEALs, way showers. Of course, everybody can learn from a Navy SEAL. So everybody could watch this and get a lot out of it. Everybody. Even if it's just for compassion for people who actually have to go through such darkness with such dark people. Toxic waste dumps that are quite larger in depth and space, property, in our environment, in our where we're trying to make our perimeters kind of like the wall here in El Paso, Mexico, kind of like that. Anywho, reflect your true self. By doing so, you become more of a clear mirror, and your relationships will reflect even more peace, joy, and contentment. Remember as well that relationships are not just with other people, they are with food, money, alcohol, work, etc. Cosmic Catalyst. In what ways am I pleased with what my mirror is reflecting in my life? And in what ways am I seeing turmoil, frustration, and chaos? Make two lists. One of the characteristics of people who you love, admire, and appreciate, and one of the characteristics of people who drive you crazy. Embrace and appreciate both lists, recognizing how all of these aspects are also in you. Alrighty then. Oh my God. They are so flippin'. Another 3. Like 7, 3, 7, 4, 5, 5. I think it's 3, 3, 7, 7, 5. So that's, oh my gosh. 7, 7, 3, 3, 5, 5. That's crazy. Okay. Where were we? Trust and act. So those numbers are important. So, 55, 55, 77, 33, or whatever combination of those, ring, give you the nickel. Trust and act accordingly. How would you act if you absolutely knew the universe had even more in store for you than you could imagine? What would your next step be now? Oh, what would be your next step now? Whatever we think we want typically comes from our small selves, and that's okay. Not and oh, it's okay because I didn't say that. I said it almost as a misstep, but that means that was meant to be said. Okay, there's nothing out of sync when you're channeling, all right? What would be your next step now? Whatever we think we want typically comes from our small selves, and that's not always and in alignment with our divine destiny unfolding. Think back when you made significant leaps. Where did the support come from? Consider what kind of allies, resources, and even synchronistic opportunities have opened up only after you've acted. So, like, if I need to activate something like a job or whatever, I just start knocking on all the doors and I pray. This is how I did it. Slam open all the doors I'm supposed to go through and slam shut the ones I'm not. Unlock them so I can't open them. I don't want to walk through any doors that aren't meant for my destiny, for the highest path, for the greatest good of all. The universe is always nudging us forward and revealing itself in our crazy ideas that perfect. Oh no. The universe is always nudging us forward and revealing itself in our crazy ideas and perfect nature. Trust. Cosmic Catalyst. What would I do right now if I fully trusted that I am supported no matter what? Research. One step you can take toward a goal that you have. Oh, research one step you can take on. Tracy. Research one step you can take toward a goal that you have and put it on your calendar. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, two more. Michael Angel. Michael Angel. Love Michael Angel. Shout out to Michael Angel. I love you, Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, blunt. That's it. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Let's read that again. Okay. An exciting new challenge. That means excitement, no fear, no false evidence appearing real, okay? The opposite side of that, roller coaster. Wee, mom, with millions. You have what it takes to succeed. You do. You do. We all do. We do. Just ask for help. Gang, gang. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Oh my gosh. And we end with the King of Michael. The King of Cups, okay? I think so. I'm not sure. I don't use this as a tarot deck, so Just like the angels. King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh, follow the yellow brick road. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Well, there you have it. That is superior advice to wrap this message up with. Dual web connectivity, new beginnings, opening to discovery, birds of a feather. You read this one? Well, we get the meaning. If I didn't, I don't know if I did or not. Birds of a feather flock together. Find supportive people. Make sure that if you don't feel like you're in the right flock, get the flock out of there. I mean, just get the flock out of there. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Trust and act accordingly. Ask for help. Truthful, perspective, analytical, and blunt. Because you're principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. Because you've stayed on, you're doing your work. You're tapping in, tuning in, turning on, expanding your garden because you're maintaining it, and now turning around helping others. You respect others, and you're attracting people who do the same. Find people who are actually helpful, supportive, loving, that are walking through the veil, doing the work, ascending. Because you are too. Trust me, if you're here, you're doing it. You're on your way, well on your way. Unless you're just here trying to get hot tips on how to stop people that are well on their way, but you can't. You can't. People who are trying to prevent the ascension are in for a world of misery. We don't have to do it to them because they're doing it to themselves. So just do you. People trying to keep you tethered and plugged in and affect your circumstances in a 3D way, they will not succeed. It will only backfire on them, and you're going to be, for everything that's stolen from you, you're going to be blessed tenfold. I promise it's true. Trust me. It was less than a year ago. I was living in my car, 1994 Camry. So, prayers of protection. They said, believe, they said, keep walking, they said, ask for help. Watch for the synchronicities and the messages the universe is trying to send you. Do your chakras. The heart chakra is very important. And radical honesty, radical forgiveness, unconditional love for self, forgiveness for self, and releasing whatever's rattling in your head that keeps giving a pathway in for those in the toxic waste dump of the undivided matrix. Reach for the stars. Okay. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was kind of heavy. It didn't seem like it would be in the beginning, but it's all tied in and it's all relevant. And if this resonates with you, that means you're almost through. They just want you to keep on, keeping on, eyes up, do your walk, maintain your shit. Don't worry about compassionate detachment, okay? And remind yourself that love is real and unconditional love does exist. And you are worthy. You are worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. Say it to yourself in the mirror. I am worthy, just like you say, I love you. Say, I love you, Tracy. I love you. I used to do that, and I used to just cry. I would weep from the whole of it not being said to me, and being able to fulfill that myself I had never considered. But we can. Hot. Okay, so I'll probably see you later. See what they say. Have a blessed day. I love you. I love you. Keep coming back. Works if you work it. Peace.